Hey, good morning, good morning. It is 6:31. It is March 5th. I hope everyone's feeling well. It is Wednesday. Wow. It's been a week. Lots of volatility, lots of things to do, lots of ways to be planned, lots of ways to approach today. Hopefully you've been approaching it with a plan and your routine is strong. My name is Scott Redler. I'm the Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com and founder of Red Dog Mindset. This is your 6:30 club. A lot of you guys have been tuning in since 2020. That's over 5 years. I've been trying to add value, give you guys ways to approach today, give you the keys today, ways to make money. So if you've been finding value, what I would do is subscribe to the Red Dog Mindset. You can get the 20-5-20. You can get whiteboard weekends, and you can get involved before it becomes a combination in June for a lot more. Only $10 a month. Come on, guys. It's been 5 years. So with that being said, take a look at the chart of the SPYs. Remember yesterday, I was telling you guys, hey, 575 could happen. 575 is a spot. Well, we went below 575, hit 572 and a quarter, and reclaimed it. A very volatile day. Then we kind of grinded up all day long. There are lots of ways to make money, lots of things reclaimed. Prior lows, the Monday lows, I told you guys to watch Nvidia. Nvidia showed relative strength. On the virtual trading floor, the alpha team, we were long Palantir, long Nvidia. I bought some 576 calls. I actually even covered my short too. So yesterday was a great day to switch some gears as the oscillator hit minus 72. So with that being said, what now? Well, we'll see. I kind of think today is going to hold up. The DAX was up 3.5%. The Hang Seng up 2.5%. I would think, yesterday, at like 340, we were at 585 before pulling in, and right now the SPYs are only, at 580ish. So I'm not saying buy the SPYs here, but I'm thinking that maybe we hold up and have a little bit more traction. Maybe we'll see. But I would put back some hedges and some SPY puts back on if we were to see, somewhere between 585 and 589 in the next few days. Do I think 572 is going to be the low of the next 3 months? I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. And I didn't put my blood in the street account to work because I need to close in the lows. But do I think it was enough to maybe get a little bit better traction? Yeah, and we'll see. The 8-day has been rejected this entire time. So with that being said, we'll see how we hold up. This is the alpha team. This is everybody saying good morning. Good morning to Chill. Good morning to James. Good morning, Alex. Day trader Chen. This is where by the time the market opens up, we have over 400 or 500 people that trade professionally for a living that want to spend a day with me, that watch me manage my the virtual trading floor, which has my positions. I did get a little long yesterday, and I will trim and trail and manage it. Yesterday I was net short. Remember, Red Dog came in net short. I was a little worried. I'm like, it was the right thing to do. And once you start doing a few things and get comfortable, you do more things that. All of a sudden your stretch zone becomes your comfort zone, right? In order to make your comfort zone bigger, you got to get into your stretch zone, and then you have some kind of success, and that's how it goes. But anyway, so we'll see what happens here today. We'll see, do we get an inside day, which we have a really big candle here. I would think we get some kind of inside day. Question is, what do they do the first, portion of it? Qs led the way yesterday. Qs. I told you guys watch the 200-day. Well, the Qs sometimes like to do, they like to go below, stop you out, steal your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then reclaim it. But we know when you reclaim levels, you get back involved. So reclaimed the 200-day, reclaimed 493.58, and had a push. Here's your 8-day. So there is some room if it wants it. Listen, the market's very broken. The market's very tactical. Don't feel like if you're not long anything overnight, you're not going to be able to make money. That's not true. These ranges are very loose and wide. The Qs right now are probably up a bunch too. I did not go with the Qs. The Qs are right here, up 350, kind of like the SPYs. So it's either you have the SPYs or the Qs, same kind of thing. Qs are up 355. Where would I think they can get to today? Well, what were they? They were as high as 503.74. So if it just wants to get back to yesterday's high, that's 503.73. So, that's your spot. And then here's your 8-day. Your 8-day is moving down. The 8-day has been rejected the entire time as it's been slowly just, going back and forth. Someone asked me about IBIT. I bought that yesterday thinking, hey, I wasn't long into that, strategic reserve news. Some people were. Some people had the red dog reversal here and made a lot of money into that gap. So I figured, hey, not a bad time to put a little bit of IBIT back on. So I did it, and it kind of held support, and now you're getting a nice move. So I've already trimmed a little bit. Okay, here's the IBIT, 5093, up 3%. That's nice. I did that towards the end of the day yesterday, so the alpha team gets to see me come in long it and then sell some. Okay, so if I come in long and I sell some, that shows that I'm reducing. I bought yesterday, I reduce into strength. That's one of my sell rules. Sell into a gap that's in my favor, net money, and then trail it and see how it goes. I didn't do anything with Nvidia. Nvidia had overnight, and it's just still overnight. So anyway, the alpha team knows how to watch, and they don't just mimic my trades. They watch what I'm doing. I post 40 different charts to it, between 7 and 8 o'clock with thoughts on there, and chances are they need to learn how to make a living themselves, and we all just do it together. So anyway, yesterday I talked to you guys about Nvidia. Nvidia went below this 113, 112 area, and reclaimed it. Did it stay below to see 101? No, it reclaimed it. That means it took pressure off. Anyway, it was a great trade yesterday. That's where I made most of my money. I'm still long a little Nvidia. I don't, and then today, who knows? It might start up $2 and go down. I'm probably going to be selling a bit. You have 118 right here. It went as high as what? 119.30. So it's got some room if it wants it. It's still very broken. All it is really just a range trade, and it gives some clues to the risk tolerance of the day. The day after numbers, it failed to hold 133, and remember last Thursday with a big down move. Then on Friday, it reclaimed 120, market bounced, and then yesterday the market tried to bounce, and the big money knows they could use kind of Nvidia as like just a vehicle for now until all of a sudden it gets traction again. And as of right now, does it get to 119.30 or not? And then here is where all the major resistance is, where the moving averages are curling down. So there was a lot of things did the exact same thing. A lot of things went below, stopped people out, and then reclaimed it later. Wasn't the easiest action. At the end of the day, that was kind of nutty too. When all of a sudden we were at 485, and then we dropped from 485 to 476 in 7 minutes. That's kind of crazy. That's just a little casino-like. Amazon put a low in yesterday. I talked to you guys here too. I said if the spies are going to get down to 475 or 470, they're going to have to break Amazon below 200 on the tariff news, and then maybe it reclaims it. Well, got below the 200-day, went to 197.43, didn't quite hit this 195.75, and then reclaimed it. And I don't think it's back, but there's some room there. I didn't take Amazon long overnight. If you did, you're making $2. Okay, so everything's kind of the same. Some people, you just got to pick and choose what you want to trade. What vehicle do you want to go with? So you have Amazon up $2 and you have Nvidia up $2. Nvidia's up a bigger percentage, so it's a bigger percentage winner for the morning. But anyway, you're getting a little bit of upside follow through. State of the Union was last night. I gotta say, Washington is tricky, man. I don't, I'm not the far left, the far right. I try and have some common sense in the middle, but there are some things that I feel like I could agree with. There's some things that are cringeworthy. I'm not going to get into either way. But what do we control? We control our day. We control how we approach the market. We control how we handle our lives with our family and our friends. This morning I was in the sauna. I sweated for 20 minutes. Got the mind right. I did some mobility work. I have some weights in there. We did some closed grip, some skulls. We did some tabletops, and talked a little bit about what I'm thinking about for the day. That's how I get my day going. And there are now hundreds of people who are doing it too, and they're saying it's helping. I drink my water in the morning. I've been fasting on Mondays. I've went from 195 to 182. Guess what? That's in my control. Come springtime, I'm going to feel good. Keep my confidence moving. How are you going to feel? Are you sticking to your plan? Did you all of a sudden say, oh, New Year's resolutions, and by the January 15th, you were done? If that's you, it's your fault. Admit to it and make some changes. If you've been sticking to it, congratulations. Anyway, so Amazon, this high here was what? This is 206.80. This was the prior low. So I guess, see what happens. I guess we'll see what happens today. Can anything have enough power to get to yesterday's highs? Because as of right now, all we're doing is having a gap up. You're having an inside day, and we'll see how we go from here. So if you're long overnight, trim some into strength, and then figure it out. I kind of think today's going to stick. I'm not going to, it's my opinion. It's only an opinion. but we'll see. We'll see if they try and bring him in and what kind of staying power it has. I'm not in Tesla. Tesla, you know, gave you opportunities, but it was just too loose and wide. Got below 273, filled a big portion of this gap, put a little doji in. This is now 261.84, 261.84. That's your point of reference. It's been very, very tactical. Don't feel like you're missing out on anything in Tesla. It's been caught in this downtrend pretty much since the red dog reversal at 488. How could you have been out of the way? Well, here's a lower high, here's a lower high, all lower highs. Then it bounced back to resistance that was support, and then it broke 325. And now what? What is this? This is 284. I guess it's got room to 284 if it wants it. Elon was there last night, and he looked like he behaved a little bit. That's good. But anyway, all these things are really just vehicles until they rebuilt. Yeah, vehicle, car company. Tesla. I wonder how. Let's see how it's Ford's doing in GM, because they said one of the things that he said is that it's nothing, that they want to make interest on car loans made in the USA tax deductible. That's interesting. He was basically trying to motivate everything to be done in the US. Is that so bad? I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, we'll see what happens here into 284. Let me say hello to some of my dogs around the world. Let's say hello to some of the doggies. Doggy, doggy, doggy. All right. Morning, Scott. China stocks looking interesting. Neo's been a pain in the butt, Joe. I bought options last week. I was able to sell some and went above 5. It's been choppy as hell. Anne Marie says, you're awesome, Scott. I'm not awesome. I'm just consistent. I'm glad that you find value. What's up, Nugsy? Nugsy's been doing the 20 at 520 every single day. I see him coming in there as the first one saying good morning. It's a pretty unique type of workout where we think about the market, we talk about the futures, what's happening. In the same time, got some weights. You could be in pusher position. You know what? You could be on a treadmill. You could be on a stair machine. I know a lot of people get up real early and they kind of want a friend. And, I've been doing that for 20 years. So I figured, hey, why not turn it into a little bit of a product alongside the 630 Club? So again, if you find value in the 630 Club, I would subscribe to the Red Dog Mindset, because the 2520 into the 630 Club will turn into one at some point, probably closer to June. So lock it in now. Well, Richard Judge, how you doing, my friend? By the way, you guys picking up your garbage? I've been picking up 1 to 2 pieces of garbage every single day since 2017. Do it. If it'll make you feel good, or if it doesn't make you, just what could you control? Making your surroundings a little cleaner. You can't control who's littering, but you control cleaning up. What up, MLD? Let's see who else we got. We got Allison Kaplan. How's Phoenix? Phoenix is doing great. Phoenix, we've had Phoenix for about 4 weeks. She comes to the whistle. I would suggest if you get a puppy, you always want to do a whistle. Every time you give them some food, every time you give them a biscuit, let them associate the whistle to great things. And then all of a sudden, wherever the puppy is in the house or wherever you are in a reservation, you do the whistle. Puppy comes when it's a dog. And I could actually show up to basketball games and come in a little late, and I could whistle and Chase knows I'm there. It's my one suggestion. I'm pretty good with dogs. Red Dog's the last name. But anyway, let's see. Who else is asking me questions today? Am I selling 20%? Yes, I am selling 25% of everything that I have, and I'm going to see if we could continue to the upside. So we'll see. Again, right now, if you look at the SPYs, SPYs had a loose and wide day. I'd be surprised if we open up and we just go red and have another, kind of day like that, but it could happen. I'm going to try and see, I could hold some. I bought some 580 calls and some 582 calls at the end of the day. I'll trim some, I'll hold some. I'll see if I could accumulate a little bit of SPYs to see if we could get back towards, 582 or 585, and we'll see. But if names start going from green to red and they start selling them, it is what it is. Good morning, Red Dog. Down from 208 to 189. Let me show. That's awesome. So let me show you guys Bobby 4.0. So this is Bobby 4.0. He's awesome. Where is he? Bobby 4.0. Where'd you go? Where'd my Bobby 4.0 go? He's in here somewhere. I just saw him. Just saw Bobby 4.0. Anyway, Bobby 4.0. He's my Iranian friend who came to Redler Ultimate Access. Redler Ultimate Access is when I think 15 people from around the world came, spent money, and we had a Friday through Sunday together. We had happy hour on Friday, 8 hours of classes on Saturday, went to the Russian bathhouse, had a good time, went to some dinners, and he is now on Bobby 4.0, because guess what? You can become a better version of yourself. Yes, you can. You want me to go over Meta? Meta did the same thing as everything else probably, but Meta is very loose and wide. Meta's tough. It broke below. A lot of the names that were holding up yesterday wound up getting beat down a little bit more than the rest. This broke the 642 double bottom. Oh, look at that. Held the 100-day. I didn't even look. I didn't even trade this. On days like yesterday, I want to trade the names that I could kind of get my arms around, and I can get some size and I could see what's happening. That's why I traded Palantir. That's why I traded Nvidia. Plus, they also went green first. So now what with Meta? I bet you Meta is probably up $6, $7, maybe more. Meta is up $5, $6.45. So with that being said, what was yesterday's high? $6.49, and this was the low. So right here will probably be some kind of resistance. So I wouldn't be buying Meta up, $5 pre-market. But anyway, it's been in, it's been in this downtrend like everything else. Remember that ascending channel it broke? Well, that was right here at 725. That was when Meta changed. And now you do have, what is this low? 623.66 to trade against. Now all these things, listen, if you missed some trades yesterday, it's not a big deal. These stocks are going to need to rebuild. They're going to need to prove that they could hold. They're going to need to start getting little bases in and breaking down trends, and then maybe you could hold them. For right now, all these things are just trades. A lot of big ranges, a lot of big ways to make money, a lot of ways to lose money. Listen, on Friday, when you had that last minute squeeze, I was long most of Friday. Then I flipped Friday at like 691.50, and they squeezed it to 694 in the SPYs. Yesterday, I gotta say, I gotta give a shout out to Matty D, with the Alpha team, because we caught that move at the end of the day. Listen, was anyone? I'm gonna see if anyone's watching. How about where's Matty D? I could type to them. Where's Matty D? All of a sudden, yesterday at 340, he's like, I'm getting out of my longs into this 284, 285 and getting short. We didn't think we were going to have that move lower, but I'll tell you, that was a nice threading of the needle. So, if you want to look at this, let's see, this was yesterday's. This just goes to show you how crazy this market could be. Also, go like right here. Oops, where did that just go? Where did that just go? So you really want to have your intraday charts up also. So here's the SPYs, right? So let's go to intraday from yesterday. Look how this was trending since the lows after it reclaimed 575. And then right here, it broke. That's crazy. Just disintegration. So what I would say to you is if you're working all day long to make your money, all day long, do not put your day in jeopardy in the last 15, 20 minutes or the last 5 minutes to make, 25% or more in your day. Because if you lose your entire day, you're going to be so mad and you're not going to feel good for the rest of the day. So you want to feel good, and you want to never put your day that you worked all so hard for in jeopardy. Yeah. Q trades and, more than Q trades. What would be so here, if you look at this, this is your day chart. This is your intraday, 581, some resistance, and then really back to where it was. So anyway, but here you are trending all day, and then boom, that happened. That was a little tricky. Anyway, Matty D's sleeping. Okay. Anyway, that's the Alpha team right there. I only have 4 longs, and I have, these we bought at the end of the day of the 580s and the 582s. Hopefully, if we see 584, 585, and those things will be worth a lot of money. We bought the 576s yesterday. Apple's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Excuse my French. It's just doing a whole lot of Apple was strong early on. So early on yesterday, Apple and Google showed relative strength. Google that was beamed up. That was up $1 all morning, went up 5. That played by the rules. All of a sudden, midday, Apple, was strong, and then all of a sudden it didn't. Then it just changed again. Apple, I'm sure if you want to invest in Apple, I would say go for it. If you want to trade it, it's not a great trading vehicle lately. It picks and chooses what it wants to do. I guess you could say 234 is the low to trade against. It's in this box, and then maybe gets better. What's Apple doing today? Apple is it's up $1.10. Not up that much. It's 237. So again, inside day. So we'll see what ends of the ranges we need to kind of see. and go from the ASTS. I like ASTS for the long term. Not the long term, but it's a concept name, and I do have options on that's probably going to lose. This is, I'm not going to get into the whole dynamics of it, but this is a really nice long channel. After a big move last year, this stock had a really big move last year. It's been going sideways. It woke up. It participated yesterday. You want to see a stock participate when the market bounces. So I would think that this thing, according to some of my big friends who have funds they've been accumulating, they think this thing's going to be 55 or more this year. I'm just saying. What does it have to do to get to 55 or more? It's got to get above 33 and it's got to get above 39. So I would keep an eye on this stock. It's not a Mag 7. It's not a semiconductor. This is a concept name that seems like there's a lot of big money behind it. What's it doing today? It's up $1. So if you long it yesterday, you're getting a little follow through. So I would trim some. That's what you do. Trim and hold some. Crowds, I don't know. I have no options there. I've said I'm not taking anything into numbers. Crowd is lower, right? I didn't really even look into what they announced, but we'll see what's going on here. So crowd, CRWD, last I looked, it was down. It's down 29 points, 360. So let's get some of these things out of the way. What's 360? 360 is, what's this low? 370. What's this? Here's some big support, right? So, this is 350. This is 361. I know what I would say is with crowd, which is what I do post print, wait for it to put a 5-15 minute low in. Maybe you could buy versus that and then keep it on and see, does it open down 30 and close down 10, or does it open down 30 and close down 50? Nobody has any idea. Sometimes I'd wait till the day after earnings to see what type of candle gets put in. So then this way you could quantify your risk. I went over Amazon before. I would simplify it today. You don't need 1,000 things. You need a few. Okay. Watch the SPYs in the queues. Right now the SPYs are coming in. Okay. That's kind of a pain in the butt. We'll see why. Right now the SPYs are coming in. I think one of the things that they thought Trump would do, they thought he would lift the tariffs off of Canada, and that's not happening. Anyway, that's annoying because I do have options on and you can't trade options until 9:30. You're going to have to get over that. All right, guys, good luck today. I'll be back.